All right, so good evening. This is Brian from Anthony Restoration, and we solve a lot of problems in a very short period of time. And I think you're like, well, what kind of problems do you solve? Like, and do you make money off of every single problem you solve? The answer is no. You care for people. You figure out where they are. You figure out where the solution is. Are you the right solution, or are you not the right solution? And I would say for like water damage, we are, bar none, impeccable, by the book. We don't cut corners. We clean up. A lot of customers love that aspect about us, which is wonderful. But like this weekend, we found a guy who had DIY'd his entire water damage on his own, but in a separate area, there was water coming through the exterior and a bunch of cold air. And so we were able to kind of pinpoint those locations. Another job, a water heater exploded, and then while we were there, we found 2 other leaks, like just coming through the exterior. You could see the sunlight. You had to really look for them, but you could see it, and you could feel the cool air. And though the difference of temperature between a warm room and a cold room creates some condensation, creates some water vapor, and then it creates a lot of water damage, secondary water damage, structural damage. Water gets into the wood and creates capillary action, and all of a sudden it's moving and doing things that you don't want it to, deteriorating, impacting your structure value of your home. These are things we see like every day. That's another thing that happened. So tonight, a very kind gentleman, really appreciate it. His children left the water running, and they leave a lot of water in his bathroom, and it made its way down to his basement. Luckily, he had an unfinished basement. He just had a wood joist, and this has happened constantly. Like, it happened once or twice, whatever. He had mentioned it. And, I said, like, well, let's rule out the plumbing. Like, because his big thing was, well, do I need a plumber or not? And I want to recommend a plumber. I love plumbers. The plumbers are heroes. They're great fixers. And I said, well, I want to recommend one, and I did for future for him. But the question really was, are we the right solution to the problem? And in that case, we gave him all the evidence and the data, and it kind of went, we're either A, too early, or we fix this and it just comes back again. And so, because, if you have children, this can happen. So we're finding the problems, but sometimes the solution is not necessarily, hey, you need a water damage company and you need a dehumidifier, you need to tear up your walls and take out all your tile. Sometimes that's not the case. Another gentleman had a plumbing issue with a wax ring, and it was just leaking down into the ceiling below, into the drywall, and it was brown below, and I was going, okay, we're probably dealing with some sewage backup. It's small, but it's definitely in your master bathroom, and it's substantial. It's substantial in that we can actually detect with moisture meters and understand where that water is. And we were able to rule it out from it being a shower problem. And while we were there, we were actually able to figure out that there was a shower problem, but it wasn't a plumbing problem with the shower. We're being very helpful, which is great. We're being very knowledgeable. We're educating the customer. We're giving them options. Okay? Sometimes the option isn't us. And I think that's the right thing to do. And we've seen a lot of that lately. We've had some people that are finding out that their home has been hit by a tree and they're not in the area. And they're going, well, can I trust this company I just met? And I think that's another issue where we can solve the problem inside, but we really want to make sure that you're educated, make sure that you understand our company, what we stand for, what we do, and how we can be a better company and somebody that you can trust for many, many years with your property. We've seen tenant issues with tenants tampering, unplugging equipment. These are problems that come up. They could create additional damage or extended drying times. We try to document that really well, and then solve the problem. So I know some people have joined. Thank you for joining. Hi. Just driving back, and we've just been sort of caring for a bunch of homes this weekend. We had a lady with frozen pipes. Pipes were frozen, and the one plumber came in and says, "Well, it's this one area, and the leak is right here." But we actually found 2 additional leaks in that same pipe. So we were able to say, yes, she already had a plumber. And we said, yes, but while you're here, can we fix these other 2 valves? So that's another thing that you get with us. It's not just the primary damage, the one that's spraying up and causing a lot of problems, but there could be secondary damage or other valves that need to be changed. And again, that's another reason why people keep calling us. It's being thorough, inspecting, holding, the property owner's hand, showing them what the problem is, and then getting them through not just the primary problem, but the secondary damage. So we really, really appreciate it. There's so much to talk about, when these water damages happen, how they originate, where they come from, where the water goes, and customers have been just really grateful and thankful for us providing them peace of mind and providing them hope that, hey, look, it's going to get better, or that bad stuff is going to go away, okay, immediately, or after us doing some work. So thank you again. Thanks all for joining, and I hope you have a wonderful day, morning, evening, wherever you are. Take care.